I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Boom, 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 boom.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Boom, boom, boom,
I ride
boom.
my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Boom, 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 boom.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Oh, hey. So I just got this new package in the mail. It's from eBay. And so I'm very excited to find out what exactly is inside of this thing. And so we're going to open this thing up and we're going to figure out what kind of toy is inside. Okay. As I said before, don't be afraid to just like really jam it in there. Ah, that really hurt. I think I... Let's see what we got here. Alright, we got some here. Okay. Looking for the figure in here. There, I think there it is. There it is. We got this guy. This little guy. Alright, so let's do a figure review on this guy. Just a word of warning before we do the review of the figure. I know I said in the past that, oh, these scissors are okay, they're for kids, they can't hurt you. This is my finger right now, it's bleeding. I did cut my finger because I was not careful. So if you're at home and you have to open a package, ask a grown-up or a friend that's very responsible to help you instead of trying to do it yourself, because this is not good. Okay, so here's the figure. It's a little boy in a red hat. And I remember ordering this, I think I had a dream about a boy in a red hat, and then I went on eBay, and then I looked and I ordered this, and he kind of looks like the boy in my dream, but not really. But here now we're going to do an in-depth review of the figure. The first thing I think you noticed when I lifted it up, it's hollow inside, but not. It's just enough so that you could fit your pinky in, and then I guess do a sort of like headbanging. If we could, maybe I'll edit in some rock and roll and just do this for a couple minutes.
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. But she...
Okay, so let's start with the glaringly obvious. If we look real close now at his face, you see 1, 2, 1, 2, and then one in the middle of these freckles on his face. Possibly freckles, possibly measles, possibly chickenpox, possibly pimples. We don't know. I think they're freckles. But what's upsetting about it is if you see, they're perfectly symmetrical. Now, to have 2 on this side and then 2 on the other side in the same exact pattern, and then one freckle directly in the center to be a completely symmetrical freckle pattern, that's probably biologically and genetically impossibility. So that's a big negative right there. We're going to have to take off 2,000 points for that. You're not going to find someone with symmetrical freckles on their face. It's a genetic impossibility. So that's very upsetting. Okay, so we reviewed the freckles on this guy, and that was a big disappointment. It's time to review the rest of this guy, his body and articulation. He's got one main point of articulation, which is a head, which you could spin sort of around. So let's look at this. You would say, okay, this is the front of this guy's body, right? Now if we turn his head here, oh no, wait, this is the front of his body, right? Or let's turn his head here. Oh no, wait, is this the front of his body? Or here? Is this the front of it? You can't tell, okay? Because let's look at this. Any which way you turn his head, you could say, oh, that's the front of his body. So that's like a paradox. That's wildly frustrating because if you're a person of order and a person of logic, I am a very person of logic, this upsets you because you want to know where is his front, where is his side, where is his back. It can't just all be free willy-nilly. There's no, if you see on his torso, there's no distinguishing features. There's no buttons, there's no collar, there's no necktie, there's no pants. So basically, any way you turn him could be the front of his body, which is extremely unsettling, I think. Because if you're a human being and your head can turn around and you could be any way, that's going to upset people. They're going to be viscerally disappointed in you. So I'm going to take off about 7,000 points. This has turned out to be the worst toy that has ever been made. Does he have a name? I would say Billy. I would say if you look at him, that's kind of appropriate, Billy. But yeah, so that's that. Okay, so the overall summation of this figure: pros, he's got a hat, I've got a hat. Kind of reminds me a little bit of myself. Actually reminds me a lot of myself. Actually, other than that, all cons. Just an all-around horrible figure. Probably the worst figure ever to live ever, and just a really big disappointment. Horrible, bad figure.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Bum 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 bum.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Bum bum bum.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.
Bum bum bum.
I ride my bicycle, I like to play with toys.